Hello and welcome. I am Thomas Porteous and you are watching NewsX World. Let's take a look at some of the top stories. Reports out of Syria claim that more than 1,000 people have been killed in 2 days of clashes in the Alawite sector. A war monitor says the fighting between Syria's new Islamist rulers and Assad loyalists led to the death of 745 civilians. The office of Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu says a delegation will be sent to Doha on Monday to advance ceasefire negotiations. This comes after an invitation from Arab mediators was accepted. In Germany, election winner Friedrich Merz's Conservatives and the Social Democrats advanced in complex coalition talks. The two parties promise a tougher immigration stance, industry support, and to boost the economy. The UN has warned of increased violence and political friction in South Sudan. This comes just days after the arrests of several officials linked to the country's vice president raised fears regarding the 2018 peace deal. In Europe, war continues as 14 are killed and 37 are injured in the Ukrainian east by Russian missiles. This comes as the US piles pressure on both countries for a swift end to the war. Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Khomeini slams what he described as bullying tactics a day after President Trump threatens military action. This occurs after Trump wrote to Ayatollah urging new talks on the country's nuclear program. US House Republicans unveil a sixth-month stopgap bill to avert a possible government shutdown on March the 14th. The House is expected to vote on the 99-page funding bill on Tuesday. China announces new tariffs on over $2.6 billion worth of Canadian agricultural and food products. Beijing's move mirrors Canada's decision to impose 100% and 25% import duties on Chinese electric vehicles, steel and aluminium. At least 20 have been killed and dozens injured in Russian missile and drone attacks on Ukraine overnight. The raids targeted the eastern city of Dobrapilla and the Kharkiv area, where multi-storied buildings were destroyed and numerous cars were damaged. According to Ukrainian authorities, these strikes highlight Russia's unaltered goals in the face of international demands for peace negotiations. Simultaneously, the United States has suspended key military and intelligence assistance to Ukraine, denying access to vital satellite imagery which may show Ukraine's ability to monitor Russian movements. The halt happens as President Zelensky calls for tighter air defenses and more sanctions against Russia. Military actions on both sides continue with tensions running high. We are joined by Gautam Mukherjee, senior journalist located in New Delhi, for more on this topic. Gautam, we are constantly seeing escalated Russian violence amid international calls for peace talks. What's going on here? Why is Russia scaling up its violence?
I think Russia has arms and armaments to scale up the violence, whereas Ukraine is running out. It is keeping the pressure on while the peace talks are going to be conducted. Zelensky is to meet, I think, tomorrow or thereabouts in Saudi Arabia with the Americans, and will have to sue for peace without conditions. Up to now, he's been trying to say security guarantees. He's been trying to say resume, aid and arms. All of that is unacceptable and has been stopped by the United States. The reports of the Europeans coming through with planes and so on are just reports. Nothing has actually been delivered. Russia is very against Europe getting involved, and this will complicate the peace talks from the Russian side. So I think it is going